Hi, welcome to Developing the Leader Within. I'm Aja Pelser. Today we're going to look at thought leadership. But before you get to leading with your thoughts, you first maybe need to spend some time with your own thoughts and make a habit of it on a daily basis. I'm going to read a quote from you from Andrew Murray, which was a reformer in the Cape Colony around the 1900s. He says, "Finding calm in the waters of reflection." And then he carries on to explain how to do this through contemplation, reflection, and allowing the waters of your mind to subside and calm so that you can see proper reflections in it. This is a concept that you can use on a daily basis, taking thoughts captive, bringing them down and popping all those bubbles that come up in your mind and making sure that there's a clean canvas for you to paint on. What I enjoy the most is doing mind maps, spending time alone and giving myself a few minutes a day to just reflect and see what I want to do and what ideas pop up. And this is not necessarily a work-orientated session. This is a time where you can really just dump a few things on paper and then explore a few new ideas. To help you do this, I suggest you get a piece of paper and then write down, and we use mind maps, you know. Your mind has got synapses, millions of synapses, more than a hard drive or a computer. And your mind makes connections, and they're never in a list. They're always across, and it's always a brainstorm, okay? So put a concept in the middle of your page like that. And don't be scared to use paper and write down things that bug me, right? Things that bug me. The reason you're doing this is you're going to start clearing your mind, making the waters of your soul and your mind calm by dealing with some of the stormy issues in your life and dumping them for a moment so that you can reflect. If you don't do this, your reflection is interrupted and it feels like you still got to get to so many things. So every day there's a few things that are weighing heavy on you. You've got to pay this, but I'm going to do this with you. So get a piece of paper and write down a few things there. So, okay, for my media company, I need to cover some suppliers. We just printed a new book, so I've got to pay that. I've got to send out some invoices there, fine. I've got to organize and make some appointments for coaching. Okay, bonds off tomorrow. Okay, we're doing the house. There's a couple of things that needs fixing on the property. Make sure that those things are fixed. See if we can get a quote. Okay. Load shedding. I need to plan my schedule around that. It's very difficult. It's frustrating. I need to get some things done. Okay, now Bible college. I need to check the curriculum for term 4. I need to follow up 1 or 2 students. Fine. Our NPO. Okay. We need to do the notes from our last meeting and circulate it to our members and so on. And we need to check the registration of some other NPOs that we're busy with as well. These things are bugging me. I need to get to them. And it can be stupid things too. It can be things like, you know what, my surfboard's broken. It's bugging me. I can't surf. I'm not enjoying myself like I need to, or my bike needs fixing, or I need a new tire, or there's a puncture, or whatever it is. Dump it on paper, and nothing is not important. Because if it's in your mind and it's preventing you from thinking freely, dump it on paper, and then you'll get yourself a little page that you've got to say, well, you know what, I still need to do this. I'm giving myself a week. And you think, okay, I've dumped it on paper. It's not bugging me so much anymore. I've kind of getting a strategy how to get around that, and it needs to be done. Oh yeah, and I need a driver for tomorrow because we're doing an outing for pancakes. But I need to call him. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Taking some kids. Whatever your thing is. And once you've done that, you can get towards a place of reflection. And we're not doing, you know, Eastern meditation techniques here. There's nothing wrong with meditating, getting your mind clean and breathing and all that sort of thing. But I'm a Christian. And I believe in our faith that if you just focus on Christ within, He's your hope of glory. And the Holy Spirit in our thinking helps us to settle our mind and our heart So when I do this, I go into prayer mode sometimes, and I pray in my prayer language, and that helps me to relax. In fact, my mind starts chilling. And when I do that and I focus on God, and not just my own problems, I mention these things that I've written down that bug me, and that then relaxes me. And in a place of relaxation, that's a good place for you to start thinking creatively. And then you can open up a new page. And I would encourage you to get a blank page open like this. Nothing excites an artist more than a blank canvas or a blank page. For me, it's not an intimidating thing. For me, it's a challenge to say, okay, how am I going to compose things on this page? How am I going to think about it? And the same with your life. Your life, you need to clean your board, clean the canvas a little bit and move things out. And mental toughness in sport is often thought of this way. It's where you can really focus on one thing at a time, and that's very hard to do. So it's something you need to practice. Your mind becomes disciplined. In playing sport and things like that, you have to focus on one thing, and it's a very good idea to have a hobby where you can really just focus on that, because it helps you to relax. We are constantly interrupted with our media and our phones and gadgets and people and so on, and now that we're working from home, it's even more difficult to get that time alone. So I would suggest that you make space for yourself and not feel guilty about it, that you have half an hour a day or so, or even less. It's not really the quantity, it's the quality, where you can just think about these things and dump it on paper. Once you've dumped it on paper, you should feel relief. And then you should feel that you have the permission to now think freely and start thinking about some ideas. I'm going to write some ideas down here. I had an idea to contact some people that I haven't seen for a long time. I had an idea to go on a break and maybe visit some friends that we haven't seen there as well. That'd be great. I needed to charge some batteries of my lighting equipment so that I can do things, I can make videos outdoors and in any situation, whether there's electricity or not. It's an idea. I've got some ideas for some new books. I've got ideas how to market and distribute the existing stock that we have for our media company. So I need to contact those people, send out invoices, phone them. That's going to help, yeah, some ideas there. Also had some ideas to do audiobooks. Okay. If I can get my dogs to be quiet, maybe that'll help. So there's some ideas that have come up. And those audiobooks, I'm going to put them on the online shop. I'm going to finish the online shop. So the things there that needs to happen. Some new ideas that we haven't thought of before. And I need to create, because of the audiobook, I need to create my studio acoustic. I need to treat it acoustically. Okay. So hopefully you're going to now write down some of your ideas and take a moment to do that. And then try and put a date on it. And try and write down who you can phone or somebody, some contact that you have in that line of thinking. And then you start achieving it. And I'm always careful to give honor where honor is due. So if people do help me and I do make use of their resources or their support, then I honor them. And then obviously if you have a faith, I honor my God for helping me as well. So Jesus Christ, I give him all the glory and the honor. Just a parting thought there. In Proverbs 16 verse 3, it says, commit your works to the Lord and your thoughts will be established. Commit your works to the Lord and your thoughts will be established. So I believe your thoughts will be established too. If this has helped you, let me know. If you'd like to book an online coaching session where we can work through things together, we can have reduced rates because we're not driving across town to see each other or flying across the world to see each other, although that would be great. I'd much rather see you in person. But let me be your coach and help develop the leader within you. And I look forward to hearing from you. God bless.